All right, well, I have found a bug in OBS. And that being, the last month or so, I haven't been scheduling streams. You put too much faith in me if you think I can schedule anything. Keep a regular schedule in general. So today, though, I wanted to let's try to be a better person today. Let's try to be more efficient today. Let's try to be more professional today. Go ahead and set up your stream ahead of time, at least, you know, half an hour. Give people a little heads up, right? Okay. So I do. So I look at the clock, and I'm like, oh, I got plenty of time. It's like only 26 minutes after the hour. And now that I'm old, I blinked, and it's the top of the hour, and it's like, oh, we better hurry up and get in there and start this thing. And I'm like, oh, and since I'm on a scheduled stream, when I hit start, select it and hit start streaming in OBS, it'll do that thing where it'll connect, but for me to go live, I have to click go live in the YouTube studio. Okay. And crash. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. I got like 2 minutes before the top of the hour. Here it is, the top of the hour right now. Thanks for tuning in. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you might be in time and space. Okay, so crash. So I looked in, I'm freaking out. I look in YouTube right quick, and it says there's an enable auto start. I'm like, what is this? So I look and it says, well, as soon as you hit start on your streaming device, it'll just go right into it. And I'm like, well, maybe that'll help. And it did. So there's a bug with OBS as far as the scheduled stream or something in my configuration or who knows. But I don't have the time to deal with that today. Right, we're connected. It got connected. It's all good. Let me just quickly grab my stats and make sure that I'm not redlining at the moment. So what I mean by that is in OBS, under your edit, view, right here, stats. Okay. So if you're new to live streaming, you should always keep an eye on this, or when you're doing your tests, changing things, changing settings, trying different bit rates, yada yada yada. This is like the most valuable tool because it'll let you know if you're missing frames due to render lag or if there's a problem with the encoder, it's working too hard. So right now we're 0, so we're good. We're just sitting out here in Colorado Springs. Now, the title I put up today is something to do with, will this be the Skyvan? Will this be a game changer at all for people that are going to be doing the career in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024? Could this be a big game changer for those starting out? Because I'm already seeing people doing the math. They're like, oh my God, do you know that it's going to take amount of time to ever even work your way up to the airliners? And they've obviously never played a career mode type of thing. I mean, they're right. If you just look at it from one way and you think about how much time, grinding away, without doing anything else, sure, it might take a while. But if you've ever played NEOFLY or some of the other ones, there's usually bonuses, right? There's, treasure hunts, playing the markets. I mean, there's a lot of ways to potentially make money. We don't know what route they're going to go with the career mode. But if it's like NEOFLY or other things, there's usually ways to score big money. But even just working your way up, and the reason why I'm bringing this up as a game changer is the Caravan was the game changer for NEOFLY. If you couldn't afford anything else, chances are you could, after a while, at least afford to move up to the Caravan. Now, the Caravan was the first airplane for me in NEOFLY that allowed me to start making good money. Short trips, good money, moving cargo. And if you were savvy doing the markets at all, you know, and wanted to do market play, buying low and selling high, again, you had the cargo space to do so. Not, you know, again, like moving up to like DC3 or something. So it was a big game changer, and anybody who jumped into a Caravan early on was making good money. And I'm like, oh man, I wish there was something just a little bit bigger, because, you know, I don't want to do DC3. I don't like tail draggers, to be completely honest. Just don't have enough time with them. And I'm always dreaming about turning the interior of one of these, like the Caravan. As I was flying around, I was always putting it on autopilot and hanging out in the back of the plane going, imagine if we were to turn this into an RV. It's always 420 in the passenger compartment of my aircraft. Don't judge. Now, so, you know, I'm always usually having 420 thoughts like that. But that, you know, in this day and age, everybody's like into the survival thing and living off the grid. And I'm sure there are plenty of people out there since aviation. And I know for a fact that in the 70s, Coleman and other people were working on like RV interiors for the professional pilot. So it's not a completely 420 idea. It's just one that's spawned by all the other people in the past who also dreamed of the same thing. So all I need now is for the people over at whoever makes this, the Smart Brothers Skyvan here. Please, 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 please. And I've already posted this in the forums, but please, please make some RV interiors. Maybe even work with the people who do the camp out utility, right? So you can see all your camp out stuff. Camp out utility people, why don't we have a fishing pole yet? Doesn't matter if it works. You know, the type you just stick in the ground. They auto catch fish for you. You know, or at least you just stick it in the ground. You don't have to be holding it the whole time. Okay, let's so I think this plane, if it is anything like NEOFLY or some of the other career mode stuff, this could, and I'm hoping I'm true, this could potentially be a big game changer for the person starting out. I'm glad I bought it. I bought it just for that fantasy. I thought I would still be doing NEOFLY. We're so close to 2024 that I'm kind of tired, and I don't really want to know actually how much money I could go over there right now and make moving cargo around. But I'll bet I'd be silly happy over the Caravan with what I could do with this. And that's my prediction, that people that own the Skyvan, unless you can rent it, I don't even know, that they will make money much faster. Okay. The checklist. This, as it being in World War II plane, there's a lot to this that is foreign. Completely foreign. It is definitely from another time. So there are things that I don't fully understand yet. I've been trying to read on it and get it all, but some things I just, you know, don't know. I just do what the checklist says and okay. All right. I think you'll like this as far as, you know, well, is this piece of DLC, is it kind of like eye candy, or how good does it function? Let me show you these checklists and you tell me. Okay. All right, let's set it to evaluation mode.
Freight door.
Let me make sure my sound is up. Freight door. Okay. Cargo ramp. You like that? Ah, my view. Do. Now, I'm not really happy with the door, I gotta tell you. Because I wanted the ramp to go down. But this one goes up. And I know me and my passengers, or my future passengers, or in my head, virtual passengers, someone's going to get squished. Someone's going to be back here having too much of a good time. And I will throw the switch and they will get crushed. Okay. So that one's checked.
Check. Rear and flight deck entrance doors.
Rear and flight deck entrance doors. You know, I hadn't, as I was walking around here, I didn't even look to see if there were other doors, but I don't. So we'll just say tick.
Secured. Parking brake. On. Control lock. Unlocked. Port low pressure fuel lever.
Okay. Now, this was a problem for me last time. And it says port low pressure fuel level. So I thought that up here on this little black thing, port engine fuel. I thought, okay, well, it says port low pressure fuel, port tank. So I thought that, okay, well, then it needs to be up. But I guess these things need to be down. And that was a problem I was having earlier. I had let it go through and complete itself on its own last time and watched what it was doing. So those need to be down. Okay, balance lever. Now, this, again, in most of the aircraft that we use, come on.
Port tank.
Oh, you have to force them down?
Low pressure fuel lever.
So there we go again. Okay.
STBD tank. Balance lever.
So we've never used balance levers.
Fully in. External and internal lights.
Okay. So real quick, going back up to here. We've never had, I don't know if those feathers are for the propellers. That's normally the only other time you hear the term feather. I don't know. I doubt that would have anything to do with mixture. So, okay, yeah, it says engine 1 prop feathering. Okay, so it is. Right, cabin signs. Let's just internal lights as required. Tick.
Cabin signs.
I think they want these. They want them on. But it's one of my shows. It's one of my planes. So I'll do it for the checklist, and then I'm going to turn these back off.
Engine starting mode switch.
Because I believe that if you want to be untethered back there and roll around, and well, that's entirely up to you. And if you want to smoke, that is entirely up to you. Okay.
Normal. Engine master start switches. Stop. Ignition and fuel switch.
Now they want this normal.
Normal. Internal start power switch. 24V normal. Electrical master switch.
I don't think it goes up. I think it is supposed to be down. This is off and then in flight below. Or internal. But it doesn't want to check. Let's see what happens when we do autocomplete item.
Flight internal.
It does go up.
Weather radar.
Okay, so turn it on.
Check. Main battery switches. On. Generator switches. Off. Bus bar voltage.
It says 24, but I'm reading that's over 30. So I guess over 24 you should be all right. I don't know. But that's where it was at last time too.
24V. Ammeters.
Ammeters at 0. Okay. Good.
0. Inverter control switches. Normal transfer. Electrical master switch.
Now,
Flight internal. Main battery switch. Port.
okay. Before I switch to that, some of you might actually know what these are, the inverters. It says 2D, 2 direct alternating current power supply, an inverter. Are these being switched on to convert DC to AC? Or vice versa? Usually when I hear the term inverters, I thought they were to convert DC to AC. If you know, let me know. Oh. Okay. Hey, how are ya? I'm over here learning the Skyvan today again.
Off. Attitude Euro.
Euro. Now, Euro is a food. A gyro, or for gyroscope, right? Is the proper way to pronounce it? Question mark. Have you ever heard anybody call it a euro before? But now I'm hungry. Running no flag.
Running no flag. Main battery switch. Port. On. Electrical master switch.
Internal.
Internal. All selectors. Off. Engine air bleed switches.
I thought for on the ground you want these on. See, I've no other than airliners, I don't mess with the bleeds too much. But I thought those were for, and it doesn't say on or off, it just says check. So I'll turn them off once we get going. All right.
Check. Pitot heater switches.
It's nice. It's not cold today. It's in the 70s here.
Check. Airframe de-icing pump switch.
Fine.
Check.
Check.
Engine intake anti-icing switches.
Check.
Off. Propeller anti-icing switch. Off. Windscreen wiper switch.
Off. Yes, I have. I flew it the other day. I got in here and was doing this. And I took it for a spin just down the block and came back and did some landings, some touch and goes with it. And then I spent some time going over the user manual. Not completely in depth on all these systems, but yeah. So she flies really good. Really good lift. It's weird coming down though. You got to remember, you know, there's no flaring. You don't want to do any flaring. You're literally flying a box. So trying to come in and ease yourself for a level landing is interesting. Okay, where are we at? Oh, I auto completed the page. Master switch on.
On. Main pressure gauge.
Good.
Check. Emergency pressure gauge.
Check.
Check. Brake gauges. Check. Override cutout switch.
It's there.
Check. Fuel contents. Check. Booster pump switches. Off. Windscreen wiper switch. Off. Instruments.
They're there.
As required. Central warning panel, CWP, and fire warning light. Test. Instruments.
They're there.
Check. OAT gauge.
Now, this is an interesting thing here. I'd like to find somebody that knows how to use these. This knob here. An EGT temp calculator. And I'm sure if I just sit here and mess with it long enough, I can look at the EGT reading here and get the outside air temperature here. Either way, there's a... This ties into a chart up here, I think. But yeah, I don't fully understand that quite yet, but it tells you how to adjust for the outside air temperature so that you set your RPM and takeoff RPMs or exhaust temperature. You don't want to exceed those. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm guessing. Oh, we call it the shoebox or the resistance itself, right? The shoebox is a good one. Yeah. Okay, let's check.
Check. Low oil pressure caption, CWP.
Low pressure.
Illuminated. RPM levers.
X down here doesn't want to check. X again, it's right here, but it's not checking. Let's do an autocomplete on that one.
Taxi. Power levers.
F forward. Joystick. Oh. I'm set to helicopter. This is my general one. Okay.
Half an inch forward. Flaps.
Fine.
As required. Emergency hydraulics.
Got it.
Normal. Autopilot. Off. Aileron and rudder trims.
There's no indicators on these to let me know if they're centered. So you're gonna, if you want to get this, you're going to want to and make sure that you have like a centering, possibly a centering button. They want me to adjust them. Adjust.
Adjust.
Well,
Elevator trim.
Normally for takeoff, you add a tiny bit of nose up. So I'll put a tiny bit in.
Adjust.
All right. Door open caption, fine.
Door open caption, CWP.
Yep.
Extinguished.
Do we have voltage? We do.
Bus bar voltage. Check. Booster pump. On. Engine starting mode switch. Normal start. Internal start power switch.
I think if you need emergency power on a cold day, you set it to 48 volts. Other than that, you leave it at 24 volts. So I'm just going to tick the item. That I remember from the manual.
Engine 1 master start switch. Start. NTS caption, CWP. Out. Fuel flow indicator. 10%.
There we go.
Start fuel regulator. Press. Ignition light up.
We're getting some EGT over here. Our RPM increase. Starting to hear it. You're going to fly the Yak 52 in DCS World. I'm not even. I have to go look that one up. I'm not sure what the Yak is, but you say it sounds it. You say it's super fun. All right. Well, you have a good time flying in DCS this afternoon, Henny. All right. Where are we? NTS caption on. So check.
Check. NTS caption, CWP.
No lighter on.
On. Engine 1 master start switch.
Okay.
Run.
Oh.
EGT.
Funny. We're getting 21 out of the other one, or
Monitor.
that's just where it sits.
RPM.
There.
Monitor. Oil pressure.
Okay.
Check. Booster pump. On. Engine starting mode switch. Normal start. Internal start power switch.
Again, that stays there at 24. Unless it's cold.
As required. Engine 2 master start switch. Start. NTS caption, CWP. Out. Fuel flow indicator. %. Start fuel regulator. Press. Ignition light up. Check. NTS caption, CWP. On. Engine 2 master start switch. Run. EGT. Monitor. RPM. Monitor. Oil pressure. Check.
All right. Now, hopefully, sometimes I'm hearing it good in my headphones, and on the live stream when I go listen back, everything is really, really low. You can't even hear anything. So let me go ahead and make sure these are up today. I'm sorry about that if we went through that whole evaluation. You really couldn't hear it. I hear them loud. Could be another setting I'm missing somewhere. But on my OBS, it says that, you know, I see the desktop audio moving. It's a Russian aerobatic single prop plane. All right.
Internal start power switch. 24V normal.
Check.
Engine starting mode switch. Normal.
Check.
Electrical master switch.
Now that is currently set to internal, and flight is all the way up.
Flight. External supply.
This is where I'm gonna turn off the bleed.
Remove. Generator switches. On. Voltmeters. (27V). Ammeters.
Well, it's not zero, so I'm assuming that that's where it needs to be. 1 second, I have a feline companion who wants to get in, and my window's just cracked, and oh, wow, you're strong. He just forced the window open and jumped through the window. Well, now you're gonna close the window behind you? Turkey? Man, strong. He was determined to get back inside.
Charging. Flaps. Set. Booster pumps. On. Central warning panel, CWP.
Everything's off. Yay, we made it through so far without an error. All right. Probably done this first. I always feel bad for these guys. Just that it's such a dangerous job, especially when you have the propeller right out in front. Oh, crap. Then I just run them over. Oh, man, I'm sorry about that, dude. Man, I don't have any thrust going on. It's like, no, I'm going to do this. I don't have any forward thrust. I'm in idle. And she was moving forward. I'm all right. It's okay. You ran me over. Let me do this. It's the one job I have. Amp meters below 100 amps. It's below. The reason why I chose this particular skydive plane is the skydive plane is the only one that offers the crazy livery, the big lips outside. And there's also Finding Nemo, where it turns your plane into a clownfish. So the skydive variant is the only one to have this. Give us a kiss. I don't know how I feel about the pink, but I don't really care. Those lips crack me up. This side's more, yeah, I'm tactical by day, but I'm a little pink by night, I guess. I'm secure in my masculinity, but it's pink. I'm secure in my masculinity. Oh. Love it. This exact plane was at EDW before. That's cool. Turns nice. Good handling. Great handling.
Kilo Foxtrot Lima Yankee Traffic Kineas Sierra Charlie 7 is taxiing to runway 15. Kilo Foxtrot Lima Yankee Traffic Kineas Sierra Charlie 7 taking off runway 15 south departure.
All right. Thank goodness I'm the only one here hogging up the airport. But I wanted to see about getting some things put into the GPS here. It was turned on. I think there is a way to toggle your traditional radios with this thing. Takes them a minute to sync themselves with the satellites in orbit. Turn off, man. Yo, there we go. Still sinking. Meanwhile, I'm still sinking. Some of you might get that, some of you might not. All right. Let me set Hugo. Hugo's a VOR. It's basically, if you were to fly out of here and train, I think this is it's not the nearest VOR. The nearest VOR from here is pretty much over our right shoulder and just a couple of miles away. So for training purposes, as a noob, the very next VOR is HGO. And it's east of here. And it's hidden behind the low hills, so you get to train some cool things with this. One, learning that you need to be up high enough to catch the signal. And it's like when you get your first bike, you're like, it's close enough to where your dad would say, okay, you can go down to the end of the block, then turn around and come back. Okay. All right, so now you can see HGO on the display there. Okay. Now, I don't know if this thing will do localizer, and by that I mean you can set this to GPS by hitting the CDI button here, or you can set it to VLOC, which is usually a VOR or localizer lock. So I want to see if it'll do any navigating, if it'll steer properly. I don't know how to change the course on this thing though. That's the thing that I need to do. I need to figure out how to change the course, the radial on the VOR that we're after. And normally you do that with your, you know, your VOR knobs, but this is all digital now. Over here. Just in case. I would doubt that it would read it from the instrument. But if it is, if it does, then let it set to heading. We set it to 90. Or 270, the 270 radial. If I got this right. Been a long time. Okay. Either way, we'll get there.
Foxtrot Lima Yankee traffic Kineas, Sierra Charlie 7 taking off runway 15 straight out departure.
Propellers to full. Still after all this time, haven't figured out a way to link those. EGT. Why am I not getting any EGT readings now? Oh, there they are. Or are those not the EGT? All right, let's see if let's see this here. 22, 14, 8. We're at, let's just say we're at 70. No, that doesn't go that way, huh? Hell, I don't know. Easy, 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 easy. So we can go up to a 576 EGT before we're blowing up at this temperature. And I don't know, this is probably Celsius, and I don't have a conversion in my head. So there's 500, so we'll just go with that. Go climbing. She's already lifting off. Well, a little bit. Pop in one bit of trim there. He wants to climb. Yeah, she wants to climb. Let me let go of the joystick for a minute.
Colorado Springs approach Kinnea's Sierra.
Look at that. She's almost
south of Kilo
going straight up. All those people back there would be stuck in the little apartment, and if I open the door, I could squish them all into jelly. There she goes. She's leveling out.
Squawk 7312.
Squawk 7312.
Squawk 7312, Kinnea's Sierra, Charlie 7.
Kinnea's Sierra, Charlie 7, radar contact 1 mile southeast of Kilo Foxtrot, Lima Yankee, 8,100 feet.
Alright, let me turn off center to the localizer. I don't know that we're high enough
Sierra, Charlie 7.
to get the VOR right at the moment. Oh, little glitch in there. Alright, so when I was first learning about capturing a VOR, I thought I didn't read down far enough or didn't absorb the line of sight. And when I was first starting out with this, trying to be making sure that or learning that I had to be high enough right when you take off that you can't immediately intercept or receive this VOR until you get up over some of these ridges over there. And that's cool because as a student, you know, you need to learn these things. And that, yeah, that's one of the first VOR lessons you learn, or I learned from right here, is that those little ridges right there are just enough to interfere with HGO. So you got to climb a little bit higher. But it's all, looks like I'm on GPS. Well, I do have it on V-lock. Let's see what happens here. Turn that on, and let me hit capture localizer mode. If she does anything. Yeah, keep climbing. Have the all right, let's put in a vertical speed. How do we do that with this vertical speed selector? I don't know if down is up or down. Let's see here. Oh, it's up. Down is up. Let's see it on our vertical speed indicator. The engine noise is definitely working right. My gosh, that's loud. And that's what you were telling me. You're like, that thing is not only is it boxy, it's loud. Yeah. Engines. Double check we should be live weather and live time. Yep. No METAR. I just wish this thing had some like super fat shock absorbers. Weird when you see them. A lot of trust in you to get your landings right without any right, just straight axle. Like, come on, you. Come on. Give us like some Baja shocks, man. Just in case. Well, I'm not seeing anything happening there. So let's just switch this back over to GPS then, and now see what she does. We did.
Sierra Charlie 7, contact Denver Center on 128.375. Good day.
Huh, we didn't even have to switch to nav mode. I had it in localizer mode.
Decimal tree 75.
Maybe.
Sierra Charlie 7.
Try that. Let's go back to CDI.
Center Kineas Sierra Charlie
The
7.
VLOC.
1,100 feet.
Kineas Sierra Charlie 7 Denver Center altimeter 30.06 radar contact. Continue.
Okay, so we moved it back over to the VLOC and we turned back on capture nav. So we'll either continue. Well, it's turning. It's either going to just continue flying in a circle now that it's turning.
Kineas Sierra Charlie 7 contact Colorado Springs approach on 124.0. Good day.
Which I think that's what it's doing. Or it is going to turn
4.0 Kineas Sierra Charlie.
to intercept.
Goodbye.
I don't think so.
Colorado
Looks like it's turning too far.
Sierra Charlie 7 11,200 feet.
Kineas Sierra Charlie 7, Colorado Springs approach altimeter 30.06 radar contact. Continue.
Or it is. Let me. I'll double check. Put this back to the 90. Other way. No, but I'll give it a minute. Don't crash, okay? You don't need to be in slow down too. Don't need to be flying balls out. And now a word from no sponsor. Are you a live streamer like me
Kineas Sierra Charlie 7
who has no sponsor?
128.375. Good day.
Well,
Going to 128.375 Kineas Sierra Charlie 7. Denver Center Kineas Sierra Charlie 7 11,300 feet.
Kineas Sierra Charlie 7 Denver Center altimeter 30.06 radar contact. Continue. Kineas Sierra Charlie 7 contact Colorado Springs approach on 124.0. Good day.
okay, so it's not.
124.0 Kineas Sierra Charlie 7. Goodbye. Colorado Springs approach Kinneas Sierra Charlie 7.
Or it was off.
Feet.
Kinneas Sierra
What's going on?
7 Colorado Springs approach altimeter 30.07 radar contact. Continue.
Oh, she's turning back the other way. And we're in a descent now. I don't want to lose my altitude. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Maybe cruised prematurely. All right, what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? I'm hoping that I'm streaming. What are you notifying me of? That's so important. It's the president asking me questions. So somewhere around that line or past it, what I want the plane to do at some point is turn to the left, like it's doing now. I'm not touching anything, I'm just watching. So what I'm watching, do this from looking out the window too, but we're down here. So we're not using the GPS, we're trying to have it use the localizer, meaning that the actual radio signal.
Kinneas Sierra Charlie 7 contact Denver Center on 128.0.
And I've set the needle
Good day.
in here
128.2
for the 90 radio
Sierra Charlie 7.
from the VOR, on the VOR.
Denver Center Kinneas
And so
Charlie 7 11,400 feet.
when it,
Kinneas Sierra Charlie 7 Denver Center altimeter 30.07 radar contact. Continue.
so just here in a moment, as it reaches this point, it'll find the 90 radial from the VOR and turn to get on that radio. So I'm still not touching anything, I'm just observing. Jaffo. It actually does have shock absorbers, you saying it's actually covered up on the other side? Well, I hope they're super robust, because I know me, king of hard landings. All right, she's turning, she's turning, she's turning. There we go, we're going east. All right. So we're using the VOR radio signal. Oh, don't keep turning. Don't keep turning and let us down. You're not flying in a circle now, are you? No, you're flying. Wonder if it'll turn back. As you get closer, it gets more sensitive, but it should be turning to stay on the 90. So as we get closer, as we get closer to that line now, the strength of the signal should force it to turn back down to the east. Let's see what happens when it starts getting closer to that purple radio there. So maybe I was wrong about it. Just all in my head. Because she's not doing it now. Alright. But here it says it's still trying to approach the line. Nope. Alright, so back to GPS you go. It doesn't matter if it's following it manually or automatically. That's still how you use that instrument to get onto the VOR and follow a proper radial.
Sierra Charlie 7 contact Denver Center on 133.4. Good day.
133 for Kinia's Sierra Charlie 7. Goodbye.
So yeah, in my first days of learning how to fly.
13,000 feet.
Kinia Sierra Charlie 7 Denver Center altimeter 30.03 radar contact. Continue.
So in my earliest days of trying to learn this stuff, this is all I would exercise and practice all day long. I just wanted to do these small flights, fly down to another VOR, turn around, and then head back home. And that's the BRK. All right. So let's switch back over to CDI for a minute. I keep saying CDI. Press the CDI button to get back over to localizer.
Kinia Sierra Charlie 7 contact Denver Center on 128.375. Good day.
128.375 Kinia's Sierra Charlie 7. Goodbye. Denver Center Kinia's Sierra Charlie 7 13,300 feet.
Kinia Sierra Charlie 7 Denver Center altimeter 30.0 full radar contact. Continue.
It's been too long. You use computer stuff for a while and you forget. So I don't know if I'm picking it up here at all. Definitely going the wrong way. Alright, Back over to GPS. Okay. Usually one of these knobs, you could center it up. Used to be able to push a knob too, and it would, that just centers up your heading. So this doesn't act like the old VR knobs at all. It just Nope. We'll have to practice that in the Cessna. Got a little cloud coverage moving in. Hopefully we get some rain out of some of this. That'd be nice. At least we got the cool temperatures. Man, this morning was cold. In total, you had 104 takeoffs and 8 hours in the glider. Congratulations. Your longest flight this year, 2.5 hours in the DG 500. Congratulations, Captain. Congratulations. So the winch broke. Hey, well, that's all right. Hey. It's sad, though. You're cut short in the gliding season by a little bit of time, but hey, what a fruitful year for you. Where are we at? We are at 14,000. Yeah, we don't need to be up this high. Or trim back down. Right? Not that much. Come on. All right. No lights on our panel. We haven't broken anything yet. I say we, but I say we a lot. I noticed that listening to my streams. We, I don't know who the hell I'm with. Me, you, but anything that goes wrong, it's my fault. I shouldn't say we. I'm the captain here. Oh man, I can't wait now for 2024. There was no way for me to figure out if we could actually do any multiplayer because I didn't know anybody else on the alpha, and nobody tried reaching out and saying, "Hey, let's try these things." So everybody just kind of did their own thing. As far as I know, I haven't seen anybody putting up any videos of them doing any shared cockpit. I just don't think it was there, and I didn't even see any controls for it. But I'm so hoping that we actually do get that, whether at launch or at some point down the road. I'm still looking forward to that. And we might not need Discord after all. I mean, we should still probably learn how to use it. Because there's going to be times if doing a live stream on my own, or you doing your own live streams where you don't want everything to be heard. And maybe Discord will be a better way to, it's still a better way to control voice chats. I don't know yet. We don't know. But either way, that they're going to incorporate voice chat into 24 is very impressive. And then they've added that universal translator feature, which is supposed to translate either text and voice.
Contact Colorado Springs approach on 124.0. Good day.
It will be interesting to see if it can.
124.0 Kenia's Sierra Charlie 7. Goodbye. Colorado Springs approach Kenia's Sierra Charlie 7, 11,800 feet.
Kinia Sierra Charlie 7 Colorado Springs approach altimeter 30.05 radar contact continue.
Yes, it was in the controls, in all the settings that we were looking at in 2024. It had all of the voice chat and text chat options in the settings to turn them on or off, and it had the translator option in there to translate incoming text and voice into your language. So yep, I can confirm that it was in the alpha. Altimeter 3015. All right, where is our altimeter in this thing? There it is. 3015. One, two, three, four. That's close enough. It's too hard. That's so small. Hard on my eyes. All right. There we go. Gotta remember how to move around in this thing. Also, haven't played with one of these GPS units in a while. Not getting any DME stuff. OBS. That's probably how you use it in here. No. Uh-oh, no. Suspend. Uh-oh. Trying to figure out. You're confusing me, Dad. You're confusing me. Sorry.
Kilo Foxtrot Lima Yankee traffic Kenia's Sierra Charlie 717 miles east 9,300 feet inbound to land runway tree left.
Actually, I better take that back. I don't know what the weather is. Find out. Tune, baby.
Kilo Foxtrot Lima Yankee automated weather observation 2100 Zulu. Wind 183 at 16. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 20 Celsius. Dew point 10 Celsius. Altimeter 3018.
So we need to change runway. And I want 15. Are you going to call it in?
Kilo Foxtrot Lima Yankee, traffic Kineas, Sierra Charlie, 715 miles east, 8,500 feet, inbound to land runway 15.
This has, my airport has no air traffic control, but you're supposed to broadcast anyway. For the benefit of anybody else in the area. So you're supposed to act like everything's trafficked all the time. Doesn't matter. Okay. To bake a 3-hour cake with her tomorrow, so I got to be up early. You have a great flight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. What a cake. Cool. I've been talking about cake a lot. Actually, today, I was mentioning cake earlier, describing Microsoft Flight Simulator. Well, that sounds mighty interesting. So you have a great time with your mom, and we'll see you soon. Soon. So if you're just coming in now and you missed me talking at the start of the live stream, I was talking about career mode in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And how when you're a low-level rookie and you're just struggling to make money with a Cessna 172, yeah, it's kind of hard because, you can only move a couple of people around and you can't move much cargo around. And so you struggle for a while to raise the money to get your next big plane that will allow you to make some money. And that's usually the Caravan. So if the career mode in MSFS 2024 is anything like NEOFLY, then everybody, whether they know it or not, is going to fall in love with the Caravan early on. If they don't have this, the Skyvan, and I'm starting now. I forgot about paying attention to my altitude. I've just been going lower and lower. Forgot to put the power back in. Over here talking and looking at the mic and not out the window. Yeah. Let's get some altitude again. That the Skyvan, having this, if you can't rent it, you might be able to rent it in the future for career stuff. Either way, this could end up being a big game changer for the early career. Because it stomps Caravan. So that's my prediction, that if it is like other career mode flight sims like NEOFLY, that this was a great purchase. When I first saw it and read about it in the marketplace, I had no idea that it existed. And this was created for World War II as a light cargo and passenger carrier. And I was so thrilled when I saw it, because I'm constantly, in the last year, doing all the NEOFLY missions and the World Tour stuff using the Caravan. Whenever we're in autopilot mode like this, I'm usually hanging out in the back of the plane, taking a smoke break with everybody. And talking about how wonderful it would be to turn the inside of the caravan into a living space so you could, you know, turn it into your home. And I said, oh, if it was just a bit bigger, man, just a tiny bit bigger. And I don't like crouching down. I'd love to be able to stand up, and man, just even a few feet bigger. How much more wonderful it would be. And then I saw this, and this is like right out of my dreams. I don't need something in the real world. For real, I don't need anything bigger than this. With the caravan, I'm like, oh, I just want a little bit more. This is just a little bit more. So I'm hoping that my pleas over there to the folks on the forums who made this thing, I hope that they I hope they are noticed. And that they develop an RV interior, one that will go nicely with the camping utility. See the beacon. I don't see the airport. Pass it? No, we're right over the top of it. You know, right? Let's turn to get in the pattern. Turn the autopilot off.
Kilo Foxtrot Lima Yankee, traffic Kineas, Sierra Charlie, 72 miles west, 7,900 feet, inbound to land runway 15.
Yeah, I was talking and we passed it.
Kilo Foxtrot Lima Yankee, traffic Kineas, Sierra Charlie 7 is on base runway 15.
Engine check, wheel brakes, flaps, cabin signs. Flaps, RPM levels, levers, RPM levers to take off. Gotcha. Engine air bleed switches to off, nose wheel steering straight. Gotcha. Probably shouldn't. Well, I'm supposed to land on 15. I'm so used to 33. I've already forgotten. I probably shouldn't try to land. That's a little too steep. And yeah, it's also the wrong runway. So easy, easy. Wanting to climb. She's pretty powerful. Whoa. I thought I was turning, wasn't turning enough. Overshot that. I failed spatially. That's what it was. It's got great rudder authority. I'm gonna slide the rear end around. Damn you. Ah, all over the place. Fast. And you don't flare because, again, this thing is a box. And she wants to keep climbing. Either too much power or not enough. Have to call in my final. A derp, a derp, a derp. I forgot to do my lights. It didn't remind me in the checklist. Turn your lights.
Kilo Foxtrot Lima Yankee traffic Kineas Sierra Charlie 7 is clear of the runway.
Oh, Mr. Feldman, I'm sorry. I just now saw you in the chat room. Is anyone having problems downloading 2020? You've been trying for 3 days? I didn't see anything in the forums this morning. Anybody posting a topic about it? That's unusual. That's very unusual. No. There's got to be something wrong. 3 days. I can't even imagine. Our parking lot needs cleaning up, man. That's just sad. Let me go over to the forum. And see what I can see. "2020 not downloading." I'm not finding anything at the moment. Can't download the SDK. It's not, if it's not downloading, just the general things here. It says, check if there are any updates available for the Xbox app. or gaming services app in the Microsoft Store app. Then it says type in netch int set let me just copy and paste that one too. And this is the follow-up. It says and I just typed that into Bing on what to do. Let me see if anybody else has said anything. This guy says try WS reset and press enter. Let me see what he's saying here. Going to his page. Trying to download Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 immediately errors out. 0x000001. Make sure that there's no pending Windows 10 updates. Select Start, Settings, Update, and Security. Here, let me give you the link to this page at Microsoft Tech Help or whatever whatever it is. So there's that. So he's saying make sure there's no pending Windows 10 updates. Select Start, Settings, Update, and Security. Windows Update, check for updates. Make sure all the updates in the Microsoft Store are correctly installed. The top right-hand side of the corner of the Microsoft Store, click on the arrow icon or the three-dot menu, get updates. Check your time and location settings. Select Start, Settings, Time and Language. Select Date and Time to verify your time settings and select region and to check your location. Make sure those are set right. Reset the Microsoft Store cache. Press Win logo plus R. Type WS reset. Let me type that, copy and paste that. Try running Windows Store app troubleshooter. And then again, it already told us that making sure that any Xbox apps or services are updated in the store. Okay. All right. Where are we at in here? We are going back to the checklist for shutdown. RPM levels, flaps, brakes, propeller, airframe, icing off, pitot heaters off. They're already off. Okay.
Engines.
Well, where does it want you to look? Doesn't say. But they seem cool.
Cool down. Parking brake. Set. Booster pumps. Off. Hydraulic master switch. Off. Engine master start switches. Stop. Power levers. Reverse. Inverter control switches. Off. Generators and batteries.
Electrical master switch. Off. Avionics equipment. Off. Heating and ventilation. Off. Low pressure fuel levers. Off. External and internal lights. As required. Power levers. Ground idle.
Off. That's it. All right. Very good. So yeah, I like it. It's gonna take me some time to get used to handling it for landing. My joystick's pretty much set right, so I can't blame the joystick. But yeah, she's faster than I think, and she turns faster than I think. And then it's either you're putting just a little too much power or not enough. So got to be careful about that. And yeah, I think it's gonna, again, if this the career mode is anything like anything we played before, this could end up being a, I don't really want to say game changer, but you see how much more cargo you can carry in this. It's obvious between this and the Caravan. So I don't know why in the world that they still don't make this kind. I mean, the Caravan is so widely used by FedEx and everybody else because that's really all they have. But I think that if they were to make stuff like this again, I think that would be an easy choice to have something bigger. So it blows my mind that this isn't still a common aircraft. Not only that, and I've talked about this before, the reason why, I mean, we all start in these little Cessnas, right, as trainer planes, and they seem awesome to have, like to own after you're done. Who wouldn't want one, right? But that seemed to be in an era where everybody wasn't fat. Let's just say larger. So we live in a time where everybody's much larger. If you live in a home that was built before the 1950s, you also really understand what I'm talking about. Like, in general, everything from a house, all the toilet to the tub, the toilet, everything, it's like it was built for small people. Teenagers and kids, because it's very uncomfortable as a larger adult these days. Anyway, so then you're thinking about, well, I'm going to learn how to fly, and then I'm going to fly all my friends around. Well, you're not going to do it in a 172 very good because all your friends are fat too. Sure, you'll fly to Vegas, and you tell everybody, yeah, we'll fly to Vegas. Yeah, like 100 stops. And with as much as everybody weighs, shh. And so it's like the Caravan is, in my head, should be the entry-level trainer plane these days. Because not only are you fat, chances are the instructor's a little bit bigger these days. Although these skinny pilots, they blow me away. How you folks manage to stick skinny? Shoo! It's got to be in the genes. It really does. Other than that, with a caravan, at least you can transport your fat self and all of your fat friends and have a little bit of space left over for all of your fat luggage and stuff. But just as far as, hey, we need something to fly the family around, shh, even your kids are fat today. And ultimately, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to be insulting. That's just the truth of the matter. So everybody needs a caravan just as their day-to-day minivan to move anybody around anymore. So it seems to me this is the next step up to go back to something like Skyvan. This is when you need to move around all of your fat friends at once. That's my rant for the day, and I'm sticking to it. All right, folks, that's it for me for the day, and wraps up Skydude number 170. And I will keep going. I can't wait to get closer and closer to 24 and really jump into doing cross countries again. And it's going to be an exciting end of year and an exciting new year, that's for certain. And another great 4 to 5 year adventure. Those people that were in the alpha test 1 year before Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 came out, it's been our first 5 year mission. The ending of our first 5 year mission. So, feels pretty darn good. See you tomorrow. Give us a kiss. Why are you still here? Go home.